I hope you guys are doing well. And it's spring. Yeah, it's spring. It's spring. We're out of the winter. It's all good. So I hope you guys are doing well. Thank you for being here. It's Tuesday training, number 42. Special topic. The 5 most common signs of procrastination. So for those of you that are new, I'm so happy to have you in the community. Come in, introduce yourselves, share a bit of your story. It would be great. We all want to support you. So what I usually do, if you go back into my trainings, some of them maybe Facebook have erased. I've downloaded them. If you want some of them, you can just DM me. I will send them to you. They are all connected. So last week we talked about the fear of failure, this fear of failure. So what I do is I connect these important issues that are going on, that are keeping us blocked to living our amazing, thriving life. And sorry about my voice, but I'm going through like a heavy cough, so I kind of like try to clean myself out before I get onto the live, but sometimes things come back up. But anyways, so I connect the things. So it's today, it is so important to recognize these 5 most common signs. And there are so many, but I like to keep things simple. So for those of you that know me, I keep things very, very simple, or else we're not going to move forward. That's another thing that I've been really working on, simplicity, and just things that easily work and flow into our lives. So let's get into this training. And so I wish I had my board actually behind me. I didn't think of it till now, but maybe I'll do a video and post that into my profile later on in the week, so I can actually show it to you, because sometimes seeing it is different than just talking about it, right? So I broke it down into these 3 common kind of pillars where we become procrastinators. So fear of failure, overwhelm, and perfectionism. Okay? So, there's some messages coming in. Sorry about that. I'm putting down the volume. So these 3 pillars, I go through this myself. So what I'm teaching you is exactly my steps that I took, the clarity, learning these skills, implementing them in my life, and how I changed my life. So when we recognize that we have this fear, maybe a bit of perfectionism, overwhelm, there might not all be there, but it creates this procrastination. And so what happens is it blocks you from seeing what's possible in your life. You don't even believe that it's possible, so you don't do it. It's very, very simple. And I want to share with you 5 most common signs that we probably all kind of do at a certain point in our life. But if we continuously do them, it becomes a habit, and then we procrastinate and we don't get our results, right? We don't see anything that's happening in our lives. And so it reinforces that it's not possible for me. I don't believe I can do it. And you, let's say, have the proof of that because you're not doing it and you're procrastinating. So number 1 is the most common one, is that you are mostly on social media, right? This was a giver. We know that being on social media, it could be useful, okay? But it has to be that you're using it, not that it's using you. So if you're sitting there and you're on there for hours, or you're always checking up on the phone, checking up on your messages, it takes away from the focus of what you should be doing. And so I always say, if we don't grab our own attention, something or someone else will. And we need to pay attention to that. We need to build good habits that keep us focused on what we want to be doing. So number one is spending a lot of time on social media, unnecessary time. Number two, leaving things for tomorrow. So, there is some times in our lives where there's maybe an expectancy situation. We have to put things off for tomorrow. But what I'm talking about is when we're leaving it for tomorrow, it's like, okay, I'll clean the house tomorrow. But you actually have the time to do it right now. The laundry for tomorrow, or getting done that, if you're an entrepreneur, you're putting up a course or some sort of that, that thing that needs to get done will move the needle for you. But you're just saying, okay, tomorrow, I'll get it done tomorrow. Leaving things for tomorrow when you know that they can be done today, and then making that into a habit. You'll get into the habit of always saying, I'll get it done tomorrow. So number two, leaving things for tomorrow. Number three is leaving your space. So if that's your workspace, your home space, your environment, your space, messy, unorganized. People that are productive or proactive don't leave their space messy. It actually promotes, like, leaving your space in a healthy environment, like organized, helps you with your thinking, and it helps you with your mood. So it's very, very important. Number four is leaving everything to the last minute. So leaving everything to the last minute creates anxiety. You don't feel good. You don't even know if you're going to get it actually done. It creates an energy around you. Like if your friends, your family, your kids, they can feel that. They can pick up that energy, right? That you're in a rush, that you're, maybe you don't feel good. Maybe you could be upset, frustrated. Leaving things the last minute is not good for your health. So you don't want to leave things for the last minute. Plus, if you do things earlier, it gives you a sense of fulfillment because you are accomplishing things and giving yourself time. So very important. So number four is hitting the snooze button. So hitting that snooze button over and over again doesn't really make sense because we know, why would you hit the snooze button if you have to get up early anyways? We know we have to get up. So why would you hit the snooze button? Because sometimes we think that, well, I'm not going to it's the same day. I'm not going to get things done anyways. So we have to be aware of what we're thinking when we're snoozing. We're snoozing away that button. We're always going on the snooze button. What is going on? Why don't you feel thriving? Why don't you feel the energy to get up and this is another day for me. I'm going to put in my all. I'm going to play full out instead of snoozing. It's like you don't want to get up to a front that day. That seems like probably that is not really, grabbing your attention to kind of do something. So it's the way you're thinking about it. Why? So it's one thing that you had a late night, maybe you had friends over and you snooze that button. That's different. But when it becomes a habit, we tend to treat everything like that. Kind of like, let's snooze it. Snooze our relationships, snooze the love we want in our lives, snooze the finances that we should be taking care of, snoozing maybe our health, snoozing maybe the action that we should be taking. We treat everything in our lives like that. So you can see how from 3 pillars, fear of failure, perfectionism, overwhelm, we fall in somewhere in those 3 major ones. Okay? How we start procrastinating. We procrastinate in these signs, these little things that we do, and then we start seeing what's not possible for us. We don't believe in ourselves. So it's like the sabotage, our brain is sabotaging us, and then we see these results, which are, we're late, we don't get things done. So what do we say to ourselves? It's not possible. I can't do that. It's not for me. It's for others. So there's really no difference from somebody that's succeeding and somebody's not. They're not special, more special than you or me. They weren't born with these special abilities. And hi, Sema. Thanks for being here. I'm talking about the 5 most common signs of procrastination. I just mentioned them, so maybe you would have to go back into the replay. So I'm just kind of going over the 3 pillars that bring you to procrastination, and then these results that we get that sustain what we believe that's not possible, right? So I was talking about the 3 pillars that we fall into: fear of failure, perfectionism, overwhelm. We talked about this in the last couple of weeks. So I tend to do that. I go through, each section weekly. They're connected. So you get a sense of what exactly is going on in your life, right? And how we can change that to live like an amazing, thriving life. So when we fall into these 3 areas, we tend to procrastinate. And then I talked about the 5 signs of procrastination. You might have to go back in the replay to see that, because I don't want to make this too long. And so what happens is we don't see what's possible for us. And you don't even believe it, because we don't do it because of these 3 pillars. And so we actually say to ourselves, we have the proof. We have the proof that we can't do it. We have the proof that it's not possible. We have the proof that I'm not going to get the results. And so it's like we're sabotaging ourselves because we're stuck in those 3 pillars. We procrastinate, and then we just can't see what's possible for us. So it's so important to break this cycle, to break these habits, because it becomes a habit like behind our back. Like we actually create this behind our back, and we really sustain it strongly. And so this is what we have. It's like we believe what we have because it's like, look, this is what my results are. I could prove it to you. But if we don't shift and change and be aware of that and start breaking, bringing down the fear of failure and start raising our confidence and letting go of perfectionism and just realizing perfectionism does not exist, right? We need to embrace our imperfections to actually create this abundance in our lives. And the overwhelm is just us putting a lot on our plate. That's why I keep it simple, right? So 3 pillars, procrastination, and just 5 most common signs, because there could be so many signs out there, and I'm sure there are. I just keep it simple so it's easy to grasp. It's easy to be aware of what's going on, and it's easy to break. So overwhelm, you just have to go through what are you becoming overwhelmed of? What are you putting on your plate? Like I literally keep it simple. And for me, it was really hard to grasp simplicity, because I thought doing a lot, having a lot, creating all this stuff in my life, I'm doing it. Like I'm doing all this stuff. That means I'm creating this like amazing life. I'm going to do this. I'm going to have, all the money I want. I'm going to have all the love I want. My relationship with my husband is going to be amazing. My family's going to be amazing. Let's do all this stuff. And I was like having literally like a breakdown, because then I didn't want to do it anymore, because I didn't like feeling like that. It was just too much. It was just too much. So we have to embrace the beauty of simplicity. once I shifted my mind and said, I'm going to do what I've never done before, which I'm just going to be simple. And at first it was hard because I was like, I'm not doing anything. It's not enough. But this simplicity is enough. So we just need to be aware of where we're falling into these 3 pillars. Maybe all 3 of them. I was more into the overwhelm and the fear of failure, but really, really in high overwhelm. And see where you're procrastinating. Look at these 5 signs. Are you falling into there somewhere? Is it like a habit? Is it just because last night I had some guests over, it was late, and I snoozed my button this morning and that was it? Or is it something I'm doing it often? Am I snoozing all over the core areas of my life that are important to me? And I'm not addressing them? Am I not addressing what's going on in my life and dealing with that? We need to look at this, and then look at yourself when you say, I can't do that. No, that's not possible for me. Like, you're not even able to see what's possible for you, like in 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years. You don't see yourself. So take a step back and see if you fall in any of these steps. So I hope this is really, really helpful for you. This was one of the key breakers for me, where I started to turn within myself and work on myself so that I could create this amazing life that I have right now. And it's so important. Like, you can literally have the highest confidence, be in control of your life, make the best decisions, and create that dream life that you've always been wanting. And it's up to you to let yourself take a step forward and let yourself see what is possible for you. So I hope you guys have an amazing Tuesday. If you have any questions, someone, do you have any questions about this? You can pop them in right now, or later on you can DM me. If you have any questions about this, do you see yourself in any of these, or what's possible? Like, I live in a world right now, what is possible for me, because I'm making that happen. It's not about that things are not going to go the way, they're always going to go the way I want. It's about accepting that things are going to go different ways. And that's okay. It's a learning experience. I am expanding. I'm going to grow. But I'd rather move forward than stay stuck in not knowing. That has been one of my mantras in the back of my head. I want to move forward. I want to believe in myself. I know what I'm creating is going to be amazing. It is amazing. I don't want to stay stuck. I want to move forward. I'd rather know than not know. So, very relating. I will watch again. Yeah, you're going to have to watch this when I explain the 5 most common signs. So the replay is going to be available in just a moment. So it's very, very important. I hope you guys have an amazing Tuesday. I will see you in the week. I'm going to be downloading tomorrow these 5 signs so that you can print them out, have them in front of you. Sometimes I just go over my words. So that you have the 3 pillars, the procrastination. I'm going to put all the steps for you. You can print them out and have them for you. Another thing, I think last week I gave you the possibility, a PDF to download the 10, it's about crushing your deepest fears, right? To eliminate your deepest fears. And a lot of you messaged me saying that it was not available. So I don't want to be confusing, but tomorrow I want to concentrate on giving you the PDF about what we talked about today. But during the week, I will also make it available, that PDF, so you can have that, so you can crush your deepest fear, eliminate these fears. It was so important last week. those 10 steps. So have an amazing Tuesday. We have jumped into spring. Bring up that energy. Oh, yes, yes. We're going to have the most amazing. We have about 10 months and a half now, 9 months to crush 2023. This is your year. This is literally your year. I am so keen, so into 2023 is going to be the best year. I know that for me, and I know that for you. So I hope you guys take this step forward. I'm here for you. If you want to work deeper with me, I'm here to guide you and take you through each step so that you can live your amazing life, learn the skills that are permanent so that you can apply them correctly in your life to be confident, powerful, to crush that fear, to raise that confidence, and make the decisions that you need to make in your life so that you can finally change it and live your dream life. I love you guys. Thank you so much for following me. Have an amazing day, and we'll see you in the group.